Hey everybody, it's me, it's Helium Lemon 15, and welcome back to Timespinner. Um, we're gonna finish this game, so thus begins the quest to sort of clean up all the side quests and a few things. The game gives us a new melee orb as a reward for defeating Emperor Nubius. We get the Empire Orb, pulverize foes with an orifice, so let's try out that orb. I'm sorry it takes me so long to navigate this item screen. I always forget what I'm doing the moment I open it up, and there's also just an overwhelming number of melee orbs. Like, it basically boils down to use the ones that you like the most. So yeah, it's a giant fist. Woohoo. Still have my good old hammer. Oh, I don't know why I was expecting, like... It's like, oh, I want to see the special move for this. Yeah, you have to collect the special moves separately. Kind of hate this corridor because I'm just getting ambushed by these, like, stupid mage... Oh, Fiend! Sorry, Fiend! Demon Guard. Yeah. Well, that little demon is not my friend. That's not my little demon. There's a big demon. That's not my little demon. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just get out of this Royal Towers area anyway, and maybe get some respite from this crazy music. I mean, we are going to Amadeus's laboratory. Oh, well, that's a spoiler. First, we need to go back and see what quests we have to unlock. Yay! So, wow, just serendipitously exploring more of the map and finding health upgrades and sand upgrades. I like this game a lot, but it's funny because I have not played a lot of Metroidvanias. I've played Prime, I've played Prime 2, I've played Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, I've played this, I've played The Messenger. I've played Lost Winds and Lost Winds Winter of the Melodias, which I think should be counted as Metroidvanias, at least in the Metroidvania sense of exploration. Like, it's a side-scroller with non-linear explorations, which for the longest time I was like, that's... But it's like, somebody in, like, the Steam comments of something, like, the Steam discussion, I think, for this said, like, oh, it's Metroidvania is any side-scroller with RPG elements. Well, what does that mean? Like, what is an RPG element? Does that mean, like, there's a level-up system? Like, an XP system? Does that mean there's, like, different equipable things? No, I mean, The Messenger doesn't have quote-unquote RPG elements unless you consider a non-linear exploration an RPG element, because there's plenty of RPGs with linear exploration. I don't know. I'm getting way too, Gregorian grandacious about it because my toes have been dipped in raspberry wine. The clouds are covered in whiskey, not rye. Wait. It's a Captain Beefheart song. I don't remember. It's the clouds are full of whiskey, not rye. The clouds are full of whiskey. Good deeds with bad motivations. You're questioning my integrity? No, I'm questioning Valet's. Aristel, our nation, our home, they've done some terrible things. So I'm supposed to be ashamed of something I have no control over. No, you just can't force others to live in subjugation because of something they have no control over. Just look at what Eshem had to go through. Valet has done great things for our people. Maybe for some of us, this is treasonous talk. Who's gonna banish me, Aristel? We're already stranded here. You're speaking as if Valet has no redemption. You're speaking like a Lakiami. And who have regretted these moves. I'm not siding with them, but... I need to clip my toenails. It is... February 10th. And it's... spring-ish weather, but still a little chilly and windy here in Baltimore. And Baltimore is interesting. If I'm going to live someplace other than, I don't know, New York City, which is where I've lived all my life, should probably consider taking driving lessons. It's a weird thing. I don't know. I still have to finish school. You know, I'm doing a master's degree, and it's gonna take 2 years. Hopefully, if I stop failing classes, I can graduate in 2 years, or a year and a half, whatever. But it's just like it's hard to, because I already got a full load on my plate. Oh, finish this quest! Come on, finish this quest. I'm still trying to get Nalist's quest to activate, and now I know what I was doing wrong, but we'll do that later. I'm still trying to get Nalist's quests to finish, but I'm like, no. Okay, what does Eshem want? Alright, let's head out. Oh, it's, we're escorting Eshem because he hasn't got his strength yet. So it's just like one little short escort mission. I think it's cute. It's sad. I'm seeing a lot of like I saw it. I was looking up the Steam discussions for this game, and like the community page or whatever it's called on Steam, and there one person like innocently like asked like, oh, which is a better game, this or The Messenger? And it's like, well, you can't really compare them. The Messenger is an awesome game with Ninja Gaiden style platforming and combat, with maybe like a little, you know, that good old like Shovel Knight, like 8-bit but updated kind of aesthetic, and like a very modern sense of humor. This is a very different game. It's sci-fi, but it's also like Castlevania, like kind of gothic. Like the combat is very complicated. You get all these different melee things, but whereas The Messenger is really strong as a side-scrolling platformer, this is really strong as a exploration-style Metroidvania, where you're going back to areas, you're exploring areas a bit more each time. Yeah, and people are like, well, oh, you need to play these Metroidvanias because, oh, Timespinner is, like, not very well thought out. It's like a measly game. I'm like, I don't think it's me. I think it has a beautiful art style and beautiful music and some really lovely environments to explore. I mean, sure, it can be frustrating at times, but, like, I brute forced my way through the Nuvius fight, and like I'm not even that great of a gamer, so I think people are complaining about it too much. I mean, and it's a Kickstarter game. Like, people are always so disappointed by Kickstarter games when they throw money at project, and like I said, people are like really mad at this game. They're like, oh, it's LGBT propaganda. I'm like, no, it's not propaganda. Like, nobody's forcing you to play this game. Also, she has a cute, like, idle animation. She's, like, juggling the things. I had to look up where the documents were. I got really lost in Amadeus's laboratory. I'm just stupid. It's fine. Oh, did I not cut this part out? It's okay. This video is only 22 minutes long, which is fine. I can rant and ramble for that long. I mean, I ranted and rambled for 45 minutes last time I played Timespinner, and that was live commentary. Well, live commentary, it's a bit easier to rant and ramble because you're like, so... No, I don't know. Live commentary, you're getting distracted by the game and shit. Oh boy, our favorite play... Oh, nice! Jump cut! Just backtracking on my own steps. We're warping to a different warp point, because we go through here, and then we go through this sort of back entrance. Still have never done the Volta Realist fight. I'm actually excited to when we get to that point. and I have to face Volturilis for the first time. I should do a live commentary thing for that. But no, it's like the LGBT thing, like all the jokes about like Meat Machine and like all this like, oh my god. Like, there's a scene where it's like, oh, this character is poly, this character is asexual, this character is bi, this character is trans. Like, you got everything in the LGBT thing represented, pretty much. So did the game freeze there? That was weird. And I thought at first I was like, oh, like, it's really only like a couple of characters, like Sakis, normally that make like those kinds of jokes about like, haha, Meat Machine, and like, oh, I wish I could get some meat right now, and like, you know, those kinds of jokes. But I don't even mind. I mean, it's like, you know, sex is just part of life. We have to joke about it a little bit. I don't think it's over the top. It annoyed me the first time when I played the game, but now I just like, that's such a minor part of the game. Like, 99.9% of the game is about exploring this, like, cool planet with castles and underground caves and... well, usually caves are underground, I'm stupid. And scientific labs and, like... oh my god, you're gonna get upset that, like... well, come on, we're seeing representation. And we're seeing, like, characters of color, basically. I mean, Lunaeus is clearly not white. She's, like, a shade of brown with blue hair, and I think she looks pretty cool. Yeah, more lore dumping about the Lakiami, which, speaking of which, I can't remember if it's this episode or next episode, but we have a whole episode of lore dumping, just me going through all those letters and memories that I've found, and I still haven't found all the memories and letters. I'm gonna have to play. I have to, like, maybe use a walkthrough. I don't know. You're welcome. Oh, quest for Haristel. What do you want, Haristel? Also, Haristel's hair is funny to me. It just looks like feathers, like plumage. Like, no offense to anyone who actually has that hairstyle. Like, I know nobody cares about, like, my opinions, but, like, I never thought it was attractive. Like, when girls shave their head, like, on the side. I don't know, but I have a lot of friends that do that, so good for you. More power to you. I forgot what the quest was already. What was the quest? Did I already do it? Let's listen to this music for a while. It's nice music. It always reminds me of Skyward Sword. This specific area, just like the idea of having a hub with all the characters, reminds me of Zelda, and this music specifically reminds me of Skyward Sword music. Yay, the love story between Sakis and Eshem. They are worried. They're worried because that's like their little rebel base, but like they have no other resources on this planet, which is like, well... I don't know, how have you been managing so far? I mean, you've obviously been managing. Oh, and then this is the part when... the whole meat machine thing that I was just talking about with the food synthesizer. Is the food synthesizer... I forget where we found it. I guess it was in... Valedian camp I found somewhere. Where was that? I don't even know. I want some water. Have a nice glass of water. And, been trying to get used to the tap water in Baltimore. Either that, if I want to drink water, I have to either drink it tap water or the water from school, or I just go to the, like, the mini mart, which us New Yorkers, we just call a bodega or a deli. Like, a deli is not always a bodega, but a bodega... Never mind. That was stupid. I recant my statement. But here in the South, I guess, because I'm not even that far from New York, and I'm in the South. I never think about it like that. I am kind of in the South. I'm below the Mason-Dixon line, so this is technically the South. This is really bizarre. I've only moved, like, I'm only a 2.5 hour train ride from my home, and yet I've moved from the north to the south. It's very strange to me. Anyway. Oh yeah, but I usually just get like a big bottle of either Aquafina or Dasani, or here in Maryland, instead of Poland Spring, they have Deer Park. It's kind of funny. I'm so used to Poland Spring. I never thought that I would be so homesick. No, I wasn't homesick, and then it just hit me. My girlfriend was driving me to Burger King tonight, and I was like, I am homesick. I miss my parents. So I called my dad tonight. It was actually my mom's birthday yesterday. She's 58. And it was a really nice time. My dad and I were talking about the Blues Brothers. And he was like, man, that was the cool thing. I was like, I wanted to do like a Blues Brothers cover band. So hopefully I told my dad, I was like, I had never seen the Blues Brothers, and he was like, oh, never seen the Blues Brothers? So I feel like he'll be at least sympathetic to my dream. Cantaran! Oh yeah, this is like a dude. He's like, I don't know. His fight is nothing special at all. It's basically a reskin of the Queen Aelana fight, just with less health. I mean, and without the lightning attacks. I just, like, brute forced my way through this fight, and I was like, hey, dog. Get punched. And then I was like, hey, get an iron hammer to the face. I'm a boy. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? I can't think of anything else to say. Just Saul Goodman. It's all good, man. I'm clearly grinding for money. I should have cut this out. Look at me grinding for money, what a noob. And then I'm like, just get me to the end of this area and then I'll work back to the Greenwood Forest. The Sherwood Forest, because we're Robin Hood. We're robbing this hood, if you know what I mean. Shut up, Zachary. Nobody cares about your opinions on brownies. And by brownies, I do not mean Little Debbie's. I mean Shirley's Cafe. I mean Subway Sandwich. I mean Subway Sandwich. I mean Subway Sandwich. Was there actually anything of substance that I wanted to say in this episode? Oh, I've been playing that game Handshakes. I noticed it's popular enough to that somebody at GDQ, or two people at GDQ actually just did like a co-op run of it. It's a really fun game. I think it's free on Steam, and I was like, this game looks dope. And it's just like 20 or 30 puzzles, and I'm already 2/3 through the game. It's got this one song that just plays over and over, but it's a really unusually catchy song. And, like, it does something, like, I'm a musician, and the music does some unusual things, which I think is always fun. And it's a game where you just control, like, two little yellow guys with hands that stretch out, and you have to solve these puzzles where it's like a little maze full of like little blocks and boxes that you have to push, and you have to get the two hands to like join together. So each like hand, each little guy with the hand only has like a certain number of moves. So yeah, it's a pretty dope game. I would actually love to do a let's play of a short little puzzle game. I haven't done many puzzle games on my channel. I've done Factory Balls, and that was it. I mean, I've done Mild Escape if you count those. I wonder if the Mild Escape website is back. Here's me selling some of my shit to have money for potions and other health replenishing items, because I might need them. But maybe I should buy them from, like, the Crow in Barnagray. I don't know. I always forget about the Crow. He's, like, such a dope character, and he has, like, his own music. And yes, I say dope too much. So I should actually say what I did today. Today I went to a cafe with my girlfriend, and I wanted to try to get homework done. And my homework was to watch, like, an hour-long episode of this show about Queen Elizabeth I from the 70s. And because I don't have BritBox or Amazon Prime, I had to watch it on Dailymotion. There's so much ads on Dailymotion. Eventually it got to a point where the video was buffering so badly that I could barely watch it. It took me so long just to watch this 1 hour long episode, and I eventually installed Adblocker on Chrome. But I got so many ads for this stupid movie Cocaine Bear, and it has character actress Margot Martindale, so that's fun. And it's coming out like the day after my birthday, so that clearly means I'm gonna go see it now. I'm just kidding. So I think this is the end of this episode of Timespinner. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you thought it was productive, and I hope you eat pizza.